Welcome back. I am a floating head. It's spooky. Happy Halloween, everyone. We are getting into round number 2 of our 5 rounds of Swiss today. I held up 5 fingers like you can see them. We have 5 rounds of Swiss today. This is round number 2. We've got 2 1-0 competitors right here. We've got David Ochoa Jr. and Jimmy Doe. David running the Archaludon Annihilate. Good lord. Good Arceus.
Can you see again? Or
yeah, no, it's still disorienting. I'm still blind. Archaludon, Incineroar, Golden Go, Dragonite, Alolan Persian, and Ursaluna Blood Moon. On Jimmy's side, the Archaludon, Incineroar, Bascu Legion, Pelipper, Sinistcha, and Sneasler. Obviously, the eye is drawn to that Alolan Persian. It does have that fur coat, which boosts its defense by a ton. Covert Cloak is also really nice here to stop it, not in this matchup necessarily specifically, but it's nice to stop fake-outs and stuff. I'm not sure that we'll see it in this matchup, but
yeah.
In either case, we'll see 2 members of the Doug with Dragonite and Ursaluna here.
And this is classic Reg-Age, right? Like,
this is
you should expect to see these everywhere you go, like you
said. These 4
said.
Pokemon are absolutely Reg-Age. The Dragonite is very interesting with the Encore. It's not something I typically see on the Dragonite, but I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, running that over something like Extreme Speed or Low Kick, for a little bit of coverage, just running that mono-scale shot. Yeah, and getting that speed boost.
Yeah, the one thing is it puts you into a little bit of an awkward spot where you do rely on Tailwind even more than you usually do on Dragonite with this kind of Dragonite set. And so it kind of does need to be, it needs to be the Tailwind here, but that puts you in an okay spot here as David to just launch out a Hyper Voice, do some very good damage. Well, not great damage to Archaludon. Good damage to the Pelipper, but I worry now the Archaludon just goes for, Muddy Water is good.
Yeah, that's going to really hurt the Ursaluna.
That's tough for the Ursaluna. No accuracy drops, and it's just going to be the Snarl.
Okay.
So Ursaluna's in a very bad spot now.
Yeah.
It is -1 special attack. It does have the opportunity to do some stuff. The Encore is a really nice option in this spot specifically against the Archaludon. The big problem is, well, I guess you still have ways to gain momentum as David. It's just you're gonna have to kind of claw back momentum here. You might have to just hard switch out the Ursaluna and see what you can do.
And at -1,
no switches.
I assume the Hyper Voice is because you're worried about the Terra.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't want to just hard Earth Power into it, but now we do.
And yeah, there is the Terra as acknowledged.
Right.
Just Terra Bug, which I guess you don't lose anything in this matchup with that. The only thing you lose out of that is the versus Grass is the Rage Powder stuff. But yeah, there's the Encore, so it'd be locked into Snarl, which is not ideal.
Right, another Hyper Voice. I'll do a little bit more, even less than last time, but actually more because it loses the resist.
Yeah, it should do a little bit. Yeah, it's about the same. It ended up about the same because it wasn't doing much damage anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue's going to be like long-term where you're putting damage in on this thing, because now your Ursaluna is -2. You're going to have to switch it out. Obviously you can now Blood Moon into it, but you're going to have to switch it out and back in.
Yeah, I think the big thing here is that you can go for the Scale Shot here. You can finally start clicking Scale Shot on Dragonite because you've locked in the Arch. Yeah, there's the Scale Shot. I am surprised that David did not use that opportunity to switch out Bear.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he knows that he doesn't want to take a Snarl on anything in the back.
I guess that's true. If there's just a lot of special attackers on this team, but. It does feel a little strange, and maybe you're just saying, okay, Dragonite's just going to take out whoever's in the other slot. And with this Archaludon locked, I feel pretty comfortable just letting it sit there for a while and just encoring it whenever I need to, because Dragonite's not taking damage against it. Ursaluna's barely taking any damage against it. It's that Assault Vest variant.
Right, and so, it's not dealing much damage, but now Jimmy gets to bring in this... I assume Swift Swim, probably.
It's gotta be Swift Swim,
and Bascu
The thing
Legion.
I'm curious about is I don't know if Bascu Legion or Dragonite is faster here. Because, well, no, Dragonite's definitely faster because it's got Tailwind plus the Scale Shot.
Yes, exactly. It's got 2 different boosts going for it here. So it's going to outspeed both things on Jimmy's side of the field. But you are just stuck clicking Scale Shot, and, even with loaded dice, you could miss. Oh, okay.
Aqua Jet takes out the Ursaluna, which is not bad for David. The Ursaluna, again, had kind of worn out what it needed to do. And if the Scale Shot hits here, it sure does.
Ooh, might need
Does that
5.
KO? 2.
It's gonna need 5.
A 3. A 4. And there is the 5 hits. So David gets the 5 and gets the KO on the Basque Legion there. That is pretty important.
And what do you think we'll see here? Maybe Snarl?
I have a guess as to what we might see. I have an intuition here.
Yeah, and even all those defense drops, we're now at -2 defense on the Dragonite. Doesn't matter if you're getting hit by special attacks.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. And we will now see, so the Tailwind drops off, but that is perfectly fine because your Dragonite's fast now. Your Dragonite has its own Tailwind built in with that.
Right. But the other...
in a really good spot here.
Yeah, and the other two on the side there that we're seeing, they would like Tailwind. It would be nice if they could get a Tailwind. Maybe this is just a Tailwind make it rain, right? I mean, you've cleared out the Basque Legion. You've taken out the Pelipper too, right? Or did he switch out?
Yeah, the Pelipper was taken out by the first Scale Shot.
Right. So the waters to resist steel are gone.
That's certainly true.
Right.
And you know what both these Pokemon's types are going to be, and yeah, there's the Sneasler.
Yeah, no more Terra, so this might just be hey, I'm going to click the big damage button and go zoom.
Yeah, you really could, because the Sneasler is White Herb, so it needs to click, bump the mic, it needs to click Close Combat in order to activate Unburden, or be Intimidated, which is a nice little variant of it, but not going to matter in these Pokemon right here.
Right.
But... that means that, yeah, Tailwind Make It Rain is really hard to do anything about here. Because I think the Arch should drop to that. The Sneasler will take a ton of damage to it.
Yeah.
Even if they don't both get knocked out, you still have Tailwind pressure and can get a lot of work done. There is David's Terra.
Yeah. This is the Terra Dragon.
It's a defensive Terra. I don't hate it. With the Sneasler having Throat Chop, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
The Sneasler will go for the Protect, so now it's a question of, can the Arch take this? Because if it can, there might be a way back in this. 50% HP, neutral hit, with Assault Vest.
We'll see.
Unboosted for the Golden Go. It's probably not super maxed out special attack, but it's still going to pick up
Picks
the
up, yeah. I mean, Life Orb,
it's still going to pick up the KO.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah, it's still Life Orb, even if it's not totally souped up special attack.
Right, so even though that Protect, gives you an opportunity here to say, okay, your Golden Go's special attack is lower, you're still staring down a Dragonite.
Yeah, the Scale Shot will be really tough. Oh, and you can also get Encore Locked.
Oh, right.
Because you protected into a Pokemon that's faster than you.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Yes.
There's the Protect. Have fun, bud.
Go for it again. Maybe we'll get the quadruple.
Yeah, that Encore's starting to look pretty good on the Dragonite. I hadn't really seen it a whole lot before. A lot of people run the Haze in that spot, but the Encore is certainly on a Pokemon that is kind of all about boosting its speed and boosting the speed of its teammates.
Yeah, right. I mean,
it's really good.
I know, I was loving Encore on Icy Wind Ninetales originally. Yeah, those things where you can just say, I'm going to take speed control.
Yeah, it's 2 games in a row now we've seen that have ended on really good, fast Encores.
Yeah.
Pizza! Pizza's here. This is the fun part, is where now you have to go, okay, I have to wait for this game because afterwards I get pizza.
yeah. But they also have to wait.
They also have to wait.
If I see one of them get up,
we're the
grab
ones
a slice
that matter because we're the ones sitting here on. We're
putting in all the hard work.
Yeah, we're the ones that the audience has to hear complain about not being able to have pizza yet. So that's the.
It'll come in time. We'll get there.
We will get there.
So game 2 here. What are you thinking for adjustments? Because the rain got shut down by this Dragonite, right? Really, the Dragonite put in so much work.
Yeah, and I like the 4 for David, and it's a question of what Jimmy can do about it. Probably get a little bit more aggressive bringing Sneasler out earlier into the battle, maybe, but I don't really know. Especially if you say, okay, I don't think Incineroar is going to come.
Yeah. There's a bold strategy. You could say, I bet you're going to set up Tailwind, and I can set up Trick Room with Sinistra. Mm-hmm. I think that would be risky, but that's a bit of a hard read. But we'll see here.
Same lead. Same lead for Jimmy, different lead for David, and I like this lead a bit more because Electroshock feels really good. You could just click it against Pelipper, and what's the worst that can happen? Like Tailwind, Electroshock, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, you don't even have to use your power because you're in the rain. Thank you very much for that.
And I mean, Arch unboosted can't really do a whole lot to the other Arch, nor can it do a lot to Dragonite. So
yeah, I mean, Body Press would probably tickle, but then
it would do some okay damage. But again, like the issue is, yeah, there's the Archaladon Electroshot. Arch is actually faster than Dragonite on David's team, which is fascinating.
Yeah,
it's not what I would have expected, but you can have faster.
Nothing a Scale Shot can fix, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see here.
There's the Sash for Pelipper, so just a nice little Electro Shot. There is the Tailwind, so still both those Pokemon going to be faster on David's side.
Yeah.
But Match Tailwinds.
Okay.
So still David's Pokemon will be faster, but it's not necessarily going to be as consistent. And the Electro Shot, it's got to be into the Dragonite, but that's not going to do much damage.
Yeah, with multi-scale and neutral hit, you know, it'll chunk. It's a strong move. But
it is a strong move. It is +1, but yeah, it's going to be like a little chunk there, and I'm not sure if the next one would pick up. With the extra boost, it probably would.
I mean, 50 damage, double because of multi-scale, another boost. Yeah, I would guess it would. But are you that worried? I mean, it was pretty powerful last round, so maybe you are pretty worried about that dragon.
Yeah, I mean, the big issue is, do you trust do you trust your ability to take everything else that could come at you this turn?
Yes, because we've seen the turn order. We know your Archaladon over there is moving last.
Because, yeah, we're going to see the Protect on the Dragonite, which makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the Arch Dragon Pulse +1, not much damage. It's almost half, which isn't terrible, but it's not a lot. The Hurricane into the Dragonite, is it just going to be a double into the Dragonite? I'd be surprised if it was. It might just be a Dragon Pulse, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it was into the Dragonite. That is really tough for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Because you just got nothing out of that turn.
Right, and now David's got options here, right?
Like, sure do.
Even though you don't think that Dragon Pulse is going to pick up Archaladon,
Scale Shot Dragon Pulse? It would be really funny.
Yeah, you could. You know, Pelipper's there sitting at 1 HP because of the Focus Sash, so
I think that might be the play, actually. I think Dragon Pulse might be the play.
You know it can't protect its running Assault Defense.
Yeah, you sure do.
The question is, like, are you worried about Pelipper at all? You know,
Pelipper protects. Oh, Scale Shot Dragon Pulse would have been so heat. It would have been so good. We will see the Dragon Pulse.
Yeah.
We'll bring it down to barely any HP remaining. Please,
defense
Scale Shot. No! That's not the right guy.
Yeah.
It should still be fine for Jimmy because, yeah, you take the Body Press here. You barely take the Body Press here.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close. But you still have the speed advantage on both of your Pokemon. You still feel very comfortable about just picking up a double KO here.
Right. You know neither of them can safely protect. You know, you can try protecting with Pelipper this turn, go for the 1 and 3. But otherwise, you know, it's going to be tough. We might see just a board wipe here for Jimmy's side and see what he brings in on the back. And rain is already starting to tick down, right?
Yeah. And also Jimmy's Tailwind is also ticking down because David still has that Dragonite at pretty decent HP. It will be able to sit around there for a little while. It might be able to get its second Tailwind up, and then you definitely have the speed advantage.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting tougher and tougher for Jimmy. Ooh, and no switches, which makes sense, but it probably means a double KO here. There's the Electro Shot. It's going to pick up the KO on, I don't know, whoever. Probably Pelipper.
Whatever it wants.
Yeah, Pelipper is the answer. So +2 special attack now on the Arch. Still only 6 HP remaining, but...
Yeah, you can deal as much damage at 6 HP as 160 HP.
Yeah, unless you're Torkoal.
Or Kyogre, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Typhlosion.
Not an issue for the... Oh no, not the Typhlosion.
Not the Typhlosion.
Not in the rain.
But yeah, now the Dragonite gets that speed boost. Tailwind drops off of both sides.
Right. But that does mean should be one more turn of rain, right? Because Tailwind's 4, rain is 5, so just one turn. So how much work can this Swift Swim, Basculegion put in one turn? Intimidate, you know, that'll slow down the Dragonite a little bit. But it's very easy to figure out.
I think this is the double protect turn, I think.
Just blank the fake out, end the rain.
Yeah, and the problem is, I mean, at this point you have a really nice advantage as David, where it feels kind of bad because your Archaludon drops to Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
But, ooh, Basculegion actually protects.
Okay.
Let's see where the fake out goes. Dragonite also protects, so a fake out into the Dragonite would not really be super meaningful. Electric Shot?
No fake out.
Yeah, no fake out actually.
Jimmy must have been reading
But if that's into the
specific,
Basculegion, it's not going to be super relevant.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, not a huge deal there, and the knockoff did go into the Dragonite. Which does weaken its damage, like, massively.
Oh, yeah.
if
You
it's
could always
able to
just
land.
roll 4 or 5 hits anyway.
Yeah, it can, but it happens a
might
lot less
weaken its
often.
It might weaken, you know.
That's true, that's true.
If your Pokemon buffs you enough, it'll still do 5 hits.
That's true. Yeah, you know what, you're right. You know what, I agree. Yeah, and I think now you could probably protect... The fact that you called out that first turn with the Arch, now you can probably protect it and feel a little bit more comfortable. But now it becomes a lot of, like, Encore shenanigans with Dragonite. Because I think the Bask has to click Aqua Jet here,
right,
regardless. Because otherwise it certainly gets locked into Protect. Yeah, there's the Aqua Jet, gets blocked.
But now it's going to get locked into that.
Yeah, which isn't terrible. It's not great, but it's not the worst thing ever, because you can pick up KOs while you're waiting out the Encore to end.
Yeah.
And Dragonite, wow, the Dragonite just gets lit up by that knockoff.
Yeah, those defense drops from Scale Shot, though.
That's true, it is -2 defense. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I was hoping it would get more 4 or 5 hits, but, you know, hard to get hits when you're fainted, so...
Yeah.
We'll see something else brought in here, though.
I wouldn't hate seeing the Golden Go, because they have a pretty nasty plot, frankly.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see
Or even
another
the
Tailwind, though,
Ursaluna.
did we?
We did not.
Right, so you gotta be a little worried, you know, Ursaluna's probably slower than Basculegion.
Yeah, the Ursaluna certainly is. The Golden Go, probably not, but the Basculegion, keep in mind, is locked into Aqua Jet, so it's going to be slower regardless.
Yeah.
And now it's just a question, do you focus down that slot? Do you think it's... like, you have to get this Archaludon off the field. That is crucial at this point for Jimmy. That is the only way you get through this.
Right, and what else are you going to do with the Basculegion, right? If it's locked into Aqua Jet, you know, you're
like, you could try to do as much damage as possible to the Ursaluna, but... One, here's the Terra on the Ursaluna, which is Terra Water.
Right, making Aqua Jet deal even less damage, you know.
Kind of no damage at all.
Approximately none.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does as much damage to itself with a Life Orb.
Yes, almost certainly.
Oh wow, it did go for that. Yeah, it literally does about as much damage to itself.
Yeah, that looked like about 10%,
yeah. It was like 22 damage off of 209.
Yeah.
So about
20.
10%.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, well, we're just going to see...
And now that Archaludon is going to pick up a KO.
Yes.
It gets the power. Finally, it gets to use it. How happy. What a happy day.
And
wow, Incineroar takes that? That is shocking.
Yeah.
It does pick up the KO in return. I am shocked. That is +3?
Right.
Is it +3 or +4?
I think it was +3.
Because didn't it go 1 into a Protect, into the Basculegion Protect? Basculegion also takes that hit.
Yeah. Okay, alright, so with another turn of Aqua Jet guaranteed here,
I think the game's over, because Vacuum Wave into Incineroar picks up the KO, and Basculegion KOs itself to Aqua Jet Recoil.
Vacuum Wave.
I think the game's over. Yeah, Vacuum Wave's awesome. It's so nice that it gets that. And even aside from all of that, Golden Go takes this hit, and Make It Rain is faster than everything else in the field.
Right.
So Basculegion drops.
Life Orb drops it, yeah.
Yeah, and even without Vacuum Wave, this is still a KO.
No, but let's see it. The rare.
Yo, let's go! What an awesome move.
Just yells at him.
Yeah. And that's a 2-0.
Yeah.
Very, very cleanly played by David Ochoa Jr. Really, really nice there. There's that Doug. We've seen the Doug.
Yeah.
It's been so good in so much of this regulation, and we certainly saw why there.
Right, yeah, handled that rain team very, very well. You know, just made sure I'm not going to let you get the boosts you want. I'm not going to let you use your Swift Sim. I'm not going to let you get all that
Yeah.
extra damage on your water moves.
Yeah, really not getting the moves in the right spot they need to be. Whoa. Alright. Sorry, I like looking into the camera, but I get really distracted by myself.
Oh, thank you, that's my bad. I told you I bumped it.
We're going to take a quick break. We will be back with round number 3. I hold up my fingers for 3.
I got you.
Don't go anywhere.